What is going on, guys? It is OTG Clips here. I am bringing you guys the first video of 2017. Today's video is going to be my top 10 worst thumbnails of all time. Now keep in mind, my production of thumbnails has gone from absolute trash to slightly less trash. When I started making my own thumbnails, I was mainly just using Pixlr.com. And if you guys don't know what Pixlr is, it's like a free online editor which provides like the most basic formats of like simple color corrections and just photo collages, just very basic stuff that you could make decent looking thumbnails with. Now sometimes I'd come out with like an absolute banger out of Pixlr, like I'd have something look really nice at the end, but some of them were just literal trash. Eventually I'll probably do a top 10 best thumbnails of all time, because I think that'd be pretty cool. But for now, we're going to be focusing on the worst of the worst. And the last thing I do want to say is, like, these aren't in any particular order. Like, I'm just going to be flying through them. So the first one I show you might not be, like, the least bad, or it could be the absolute worst. They're not in any particular order. They're just how they are in the folder on my computer right now. But to start off the absolute terrible thumbnails, here comes the 100 subscribers video. The thumbnail for this video was so bad. Hitting 100 subscribers is a huge milestone. When you have a small channel and you're starting off, hitting 10 subscribers is normally the first thing you get excited about, then hitting 50, but once you hit 100, you feel like a god. So for such an important moment, you'd think I could at least put a little bit more effort into the thumbnail. Now the reason why this thumbnail is so bad is because if you take a look at all the text, they're all in different fonts and not centered. Now, I'm sure some of you guys couldn't care if it was centered or not, but like it just looks bad how they're not all the same font and how they're not all like in the same kind of format. One is metal, one's like bubbled out, one of them's in a box, and one of them has like a steel coat and has blue outlines. Like, they just don't go together. So hopefully for such big milestones, I could improve my ways in the future. Not. Take a look at the 200 subscriber video thumbnail. Again, a huge milestone for small YouTubers. And if you ask me, this thumbnail is by far even worse than the first one. The background is just a JPEG that we took off of Google Images, and holy crap, that font. What even is that? And let's not even talk about the yellow outline. Like, what is that even doing there? I promise you guys, I promise 300 subscribers, I'll make a decent thumbnail. The next video thumbnail that we're going to be talking trash about would be the OTG 2016 expectations. It's just ugly. It's not that there's really anything too wrong with it, it's just, it looks terrible. The text is good looking. I do like the text, but like the black outlines and the vignette effect, like I don't know if I was trying to get those to pair together well, but holy, they did not. Next, the Advanced Warfare campaign amazing moments #1. You already know this one's gonna be bad if it has that stupid of a title. Take a look. For those of you who now have vomit covering the keyboard on your screen, I am terribly sorry. But check that out. Nice JPEG in the background, then you get the PNG of the Advanced Warfare character who's not even affiliated with Advanced Warfare in any way, shape, or form. That dude right there is literally just what they slapped on their logos and posters. It has nothing to do with the campaign, nothing to do with the multiplayer or anything. You don't even see that guy. I could make a whole video just talking about how stupid that is. But honestly, take a look over there at that text. This wasn't even like a custom made text. It was just like the text tool, and you just clicked on there, and I typed and changed the color to orange. It is honestly so bad. But the reason why I don't want to talk too much trash about this is one of the very first thumbnails that I actually made. This is back when Advanced Warfare first started. I'm pumped out this video. I think it was our first Advanced Warfare video actually. And I decided with a new game I was going to try to do my own thumbnails and try to just improve as a whole. So that was my first thumbnail that I really ever created to save on a video. Next we have another trash Advanced Warfare thumbnail. This one's showcasing my first ever multiplayer gameplay, but take a look, the same exact kind of style. Just grabbing a JPEG off of Google and slapping some trash looking text over it. Again, this was just used as like a little time consuming thing. This could be easily created in like 30 seconds. All I did was use that text tool and just type. Changed the color to orange, moved it down to the bottom of the screen so you could see that guy exo jumping. Boom, save. Again, awful thumbnail. Moving on over to Call of Duty Black Ops 3 videos. This is getting more and more recent. We have the bad in Black Ops 3, a video that I talked about everything wrong in Black Ops 3. But look at the colors on this thumbnail. They just don't go together. First of all, the troll face up there, that's annoying. Now the text that has Black Ops 3 on it, that's not bad. But the fact that there's green, and green normally represents good, there should be no green in the thumbnail at all. And how it changes colors not twice but 3 times is just, it's not good like composition. Now one of the first Black Ops 3 videos we uploaded was some beta gameplay. Now take a look at this thumbnail. This thumbnail is probably going to give me a heart attack. I can't even stand to look at this one any longer. But look at that text on there at the bottom. Again, the JPEG in the background, that's kind of pretty standard for all these trash thumbnails. Oh man, look at that text. Chill out on the film grain, would ya? There is by far way too much distortion on the text in this thumbnail, and it's so badly cut out. Like, I tried to take that text that I made and I saved it as a JPEG instead of a PNG, and then tried to cut it out using like a magic wand tool, and clearly it didn't work. But did I care or try to fix it? No. All laziness on my part makes for a trash thumbnail. Now this thumbnail right here is honestly terrible. It's one of the worst that I've ever made because everything about it sucks. And the worst part is, it's in the Infinite Warfare time. Very, very recent thumbnails. Take a look at this. There is quite a few things that are wrong with this thumbnail. One, it's extremely pixelated. It's very blurry. The text is a solid color. It is have a little bit of a 3D aspect to it, and that's what I was shooting for, but it looks awful. Now I do want to say I can't really talk too much trash about this because this was the first thumbnail I ever created in Photoshop, but to be completely honest, it does not matter that was my first thumbnail, because that time that I made this thumbnail, in that semester I was taking a graphic design course where we sat there and consistently every day used Photoshop. Now we touched on like Premiere Elements and Illustrator, but it was during that time that we were using Photoshop. Absolutely no excuse to make something this awful. From there we've got the Kicking Lebens from OTG prank, an all-around video that was just terrible. Now the prank itself was a good idea, but the audio and video quality was just not good. The audio quality recorded at an extremely low bitrate and sounded like really distorted. My Elgato was goofing up the whole time and it was making like glitches all over the screen. And to top it off, we'll just smack a trash thumbnail on top. Take a look. For the first time, it seems like the text is not the problem. The text does look pretty good in this, like the outline goes good with the blue, but the background, there's a crappy gradient that comes defaulted into the photo editor. Now that crying face in the back, that does go pretty well with it, but the fire in the left corner, this fiery explosion, most people put that like behind their text to like emphasize it and make it stand out. But what is that thing doing? It literally serves no purpose. It accomplishes absolutely nothing. It doesn't make the text stand out at all. It just looks like fire in a corner. Just some uselessness in these thumbnails. Now we've got another pretty recent video. We've got the Trying Out New Things, a video where I discussed trying to play some newer games in the background of our videos. But that video definitely had one of my absolute worst. The background of that video is a screenshot from the gameplay, so I mean I just kind of slapped that on there, but look at that text. Neon green? It looks like somebody slapped a booger on the screen. The text is not even centered whatsoever. It's not like I was just a little bit off. That is nowhere near the center. The font is awful. It's way too vertical. And I don't even think that's the font's problem. I think I just stretched it out to improper dimensions. It just sucks. But anyway, that is going to wrap up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new to the channel and drop a like on the video if you did enjoy. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.